Hey everybody. So this is going to be more of a walkthrough than a tutorial, since I've done a couple of these tutorial corset style videos already. This one I just wanted to walk you through the pattern and the end product here real quick. So you can see that this is it's a 5-panel short corset, or sometimes called a stay. But this is designed to be lower on the waist, more around the hips area. Yeah, it's you can see kind of based on the sizing here. But so just to start off here, the front, I have 1/2 inch hole and grommets here with an extra piece of leather with the grommets, just to kind of reinforce it and also give us a nice look. I like the two-tone color here. But so there's the one piece, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the back piece that gets in the centered on the back. I've used a couple of interesting buckles that have a little built-in keeper here, different from the other kind of center bar buckles that I usually use. But the buckles you use, of course, are always optional, as well as kind of the styling around the buckle keepers here, or the buckles straps. So that's this side, and then over here we have the buckle straps. Again, if you need, this one only has 2 holes, and that's kind of how it is in the pattern. But if you need a little bit more spacing, feel free to extend this out a little bit, add an extra hole, for your uses and your needs. Okay, so that's the look at it. I just have some leather lacing here that I've used to lace it together, and you'll see it's the same thing I have in the photos with my daughter and on the mannequin. So let's get into the pattern real quick. You'll notice, and I made this on purpose, there's 3 different sizes, and they're noted there in the corners of the pattern. There's a small, medium, and large. And in the listing on Etsy or on my website, there's measurements on what those sizes translate to, and I'll probably end up putting them in the pattern as well. But just so you're aware, there's 3 sizes, but there's more. Each size is extensible, and I'll let me get into that real quick. So they're listed. You see, like here, here's 1, section 1, which, like I showed on the pattern, or the actual product, they're layered. 1 goes on top of 2, 2 goes on top of 3. Let me show that real quick. So here it is. So 1 is layered on 2, 2 layered on 3, 3 on 4, 4 onto 5. So I guess that's how they're layered, and that's going to be for all of these. But yeah, there's the piece right here that gets cut out and put on top. Stitching lines, again, half inch hole grommets. The grommets that I found, these ones, the antique bronze color, those are just on Amazon. That's where I got these ones. There's others out there on Amazon, or like in one of my other videos, I found some at Ace Hardware, of all places, for the right color I was looking for. Okay, so back to the pattern. Here's number 1 with that. Here's number 2, and I've shown that just for reference purposes. This is the top, here's the bottom, and kind of shown. This is the center front, and also on the pages you'll see. This is the left body, which means this piece, when cut out and everything, it goes on the left side of the body if you're actually putting it on the person. Okay, so that's what these little notes mean on the different pages. Like here as well, left body. And you'll notice on number 3 that there's a couple of parallel lines. And I'm going to come back to that real quick. But for now, this is number 3. Here's number 4, also showing the orientation. And then there's number 5. Also, you know, saying, I just showed you the size. Here's the right body. Here's the left body. The rivet holes for the buckles. And also, you know, again, the sizing on the corner. And then this goes into the right body. So we showed all the left body. Now here come the pages for the right body. And these are you know, laid out the same way. There's 1, 2, oops, sorry. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5 is right here. Okay, and then the last page has the buckles and the straps with the rivet holes here. And again, like I said, if you want to make this piece, just extend it out longer. If you need more, a little bit more strap space to add an extra hole, feel free to do that. Okay, so that's that piece. Let's get back to those parallel lines that I was talking about. On all 3 sizes, the number 3 panel has these parallel lines, and what those are, if you're familiar with the Gators and Spats template and tutorial I did, pattern, I have these lines on some of the patterns, and what those are is the ability to fine-tune the fitting for you, the size. So there's small, medium, large, but if you need to make the small size just a little bit smaller, or just a little bit bigger, or if the large size isn't quite large enough, you need to give it another 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch or whatever. That's what these lines are here for, specifically on number 3, because number 3, let me show you here. Number 3 is this one right here, and this one is going to line up on the side. So here's the front, here's the back, here's right in the middle. And so if you need to expand or contract the size, you know, to fine tune the sizing of your corset, this is how you do it. So you would so before cutting out the leather, of course, you know, cut these lines and either move it a 1/4 inch or, you know, out, or whatever size you need, you move it outward and then retape it, or overlap it, make it a little bit smaller, retape it, and then use this to cut out your end piece, you know, the final piece here. So if you can imagine, like, say this is the small, and I needed it just a little bit smaller, then I would cut those lines, and this piece right here, number 3, would be just a little bit smaller. Okay, or you know, 1 inch smaller. You could go quite a bit because you'll see there's plenty of room here and up here to shrink that down or expand it as you need to. Just remember that if you're going to do it on one side, like this is, like I said before, this is left body. If you're going to do it for the left body, make sure that you go on the right body on this number 3 and do the same thing, either expand or contract. Okay, so if you contract this 1/2 inch on this side, 1/2 inch on that side, that's going to be a total of 1 inch that you're bringing it in. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're doing. If you want to fine tune the sizing, that's how you do it. And just as a point of order, make sure you do it for both sides, so it's parallel or bilateral. I don't know what you call it. It is even on both sides. Okay, so that's it. Really, like I said, really straightforward, very easy to do, very easy to put together and customize as you need. Yeah, you could do lots of things, like even with the, let me grab the other one real quick. Okay, so if you wanted to do something like this, like on this corset, I I printed out, and in the pattern for this one is the same thing. You know, print off an extra backing, and then do some cutting out of different shapes for, you know, a different look. You could do some moon and stars here with an extra piece underneath to give it that pop out look like this. Yeah, lots of things you can do. Lots of ways to customize this. Super beginner friendly. But if you do have any questions, let me know. You can contact me there through Etsy or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, or, you know, any of those places where you might have seen my stuff. Otherwise, once you're done, send me some pics. I love seeing how other people, the colors they use, how they incorporate it into their outfits. So please send pics once you're done. I'd love to see them. All right. Thanks and good luck. See you later.